A lad stood on the roof of a very high building, and when looking over accidentally, his foot slipped and he started falling. As he was falling and fear gripped his heart, there was a rope, and he was just able to grab that rope and to hold on. Just as he was holding on, because he was unable to hold on very long, a man stepped out from the building, and he told the lad with extended arms, "Let go of the rope and I will catch you. I will receive you. It will be all right." And the boy, looking down and seeing the distance and the man being there, he replied, "I cannot do it." Well, the man said, "If you let go of the rope, I promise you that you will escape unharmed." The boy hesitated for a moment. Then he released the rope, and much to his surprise, he fell safely into the arms of the man. Some believers have not received the blessings that God has for them because they refuse to release. They are still at the point of trusting God, but they're still holding on to whatever they're holding on to, as opposed to stepping out and trusting God. I believe that Christians can avoid much struggle and much difficulty. We could avoid much inconvenience if we only believe like we profess. I have seen over the years, and I think probably I've done it too, where I talk on a mountain, but many times was walking in the valley. It is a comfort when we trust God and have faith in Him, knowing the power He possesses. There's comfort in knowing that. Faith in our lives promote enemy defeat, because the Lord said, and He tells us in His word, that those that come against us will be confounded and confused. In other words, enemies that get all up in our face and talk stuff, when time comes to put up because of the power that's in us, we will not be able to find them. And now we are people of faith. And there's some things to be understood about people of faith. First, we have hosts that rise against us. Fact of the matter is, brothers and sisters, you might as well wake up, get real. This is life. And we talk about the devil. It's not the devil, it's life. And sometimes it's not the devil, it's us. We say the devil is doing this, and a lot of times it's us. You know, the devil got all these bill collectors calling me. No, he doesn't. You do. The Bible lets us know very clearly that these things were written before time for our learning, that we could be strengthened by them. And so the psalmist was speaking from experience with God. And as we interact and flow with God, we experience the same kind of things. So hosts come against us. And many times we have Benadads in our lives. Benadad came with threats. Now, I don't know what kind of Benadad you have threatening you, but when these situations or people or things come in our lives, they threaten our lives, they threaten our security and our stability. They place heavy demands upon us, the same as this individual did with Israel. But by faith, we can handle every host that rise against us. And so you have to understand that things come. You cannot be a person who says, things always happening to me. I can't ever do anything. Nobody gives me anything. Nobody ever helps me. Let me tell you something. I don't like to cry that song much. I know that tune. I know the melody really well because I've sung it before. I used to sing that song a lot. I didn't sing it as much in public, but I sung it in private, you know, and it sounded one way to somebody and another way to somebody else. But I used to sing that tune, and I used to sing it And I used to talk about, Lord, it seemed like everything I get, I got to struggle for it. Everything I work for is just so hard. Every year the church has been a struggle and I've been fighting. And what is this song? I guess it's just called crying the blues. Tell your neighbor, get rid of the blues. So when things are pressing you, don't give in to it. When the enemy wants you to give in to certain attitudes in your home that will destroy your home, don't give in to it. When the enemy is pressing you with certain habits and things and certain things that you used to do, don't give in to it. Y'all quiet. When you resist the enemy in any area of your life, the moment you resist that enemy and he goes from you, you make preparation for war. Because when you fight an enemy, they don't like it when you talk stuff back. They don't like it when you don't get intimidated, especially when they think they have the advantage. That's why you can't get overloaded with the cares of life. You can't get so many bills and so much stuff and everything going that you get on your knees and all you hear is cell phone bill, furniture bill, car payment, mortgage payment. The Lord doesn't want that. That's why you got to watch how you get the cares of life all in your life. Then you can't pray, you can't praise, you can't do anything, and you're sitting around by yourself and all you feel like doing is because everything is coming in on you. But not this year. I'm declaring it, not this year. The devil's going to loose your mind this year. See, God does what he does so we will know who he is. But at the same time, he does what he does so your enemy know not to mess with you. We don't have a false God. We have a true and a living God. He's a one-stop shop. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Somebody say hallelujah. Even that's why he is so wonderful and he is so marvelous. That's why in the scriptures in the Old Testament they show that Jesus is the seed of a woman, that he is the Passover lamb, that Jesus is our high priest. In other words, he makes intercession for us, that Jesus is the captain of the Lord's host. He wants us to know that whatever you need, Jesus is there. He's a captain. He's a Passover lamb. He is the God of providence. He watches over all of us. He is the God of great wisdom. And I want to just share with you right now, and I'm glad to be able to say this, that no matter what your problem, no matter what your situation, no matter what your burden, no matter what you're looking at, no matter what has disappointed you and slam dunk you in life, you serve a God who is a specialist and truly qualified in every single area. That's why when we come in this church, some come with one habit and some come with another. But whatever kind of habit you bring, all it takes is a touch from Jesus and he fixes the thing. That's why when you come to God, you don't take 12 steps, you take one step. You step into Jesus. That's because when Jesus touches you, it makes a big difference. But you got to come to a point that you realize it's for him I live and it's for him I die. He is the God of the hills and he is the God of the valleys. That's why when you go and you tell somebody about Jesus, they say, well, Jesus did that for you, but I don't need that. Well, whatever you need, Jesus can do it for you.